We're at WPPI on the show floor, and I've got Patrick Santucci from DJI, and he's going to show us the brand new, not yet released Ronin-S. But Patrick, I want you to talk first about the impact of the original Ronin on the film industry and independent films in particular.
Yeah, I mean, well, it opened up tremendous opportunity for people to shoot indie films, on-the-go shooting. It just made the whole setup simpler. It opened up a whole world of creative options for these filmmakers. Having the ability to stabilize your rig in an easy-to-manage system was something that no one ever saw. It was affordable, compact, and just easy to set up.
Yeah, and I entered the Ronin system with the M, and as soon as the M came out, I was so pumped because I wanted to be able to use the cinema glass from Sony with the A7R and all that kind of stuff, and that was big. So that was a huge step forward where we got a little smaller package, but not quite as small as this. So tell us about the S.
Yeah, so this is our first single-handed stabilizer. So when DJI took the approach to this product, we understood that the market is rather saturated already. So instead of rushing in to create a product just for the sake of creating it, we went and examined all of the different products out there already and picked up, what was wrong with them, how we could improve. So essentially, we understand that the market is a little saturated, but what we have is a product that was developed after listening to the needs of those using these systems. Yeah, so being the first single-handed stabilizer, we can examine the ergonomics already. So one of the key differentiators from what's currently out in the market is that the LCD is no longer blocked. So while you're shooting, you have control over the scene much easier because you can actually see your screen. It's rather comfortable to hold. This is still a prototype, so I can't give any specs on weight or anything like that. So the material is probably going to change in this. So ergonomic-wise, it's very comfortable to hold. It's rather easy to set up and balance. We'll have a host of accessories. This is one of them, the top balance. So if you have a heavy rig and you want to ensure that it's being secure, you can actually get this. Some other accessories include a follow focus system, wheels, master force, along with a dual-handed support system. So we're really trying to create a whole ecosystem that is developed around this Ronin-S.
And tell me, what the target photographer, videographer, filmmaker audience is for the S.
Yeah, I mean, look at this show in particular, wedding portrait show. Having video in your wedding package is something that's new, but it adds tremendous value. So being here and showing this, you can get stabilized video for your wedding shoot and offer that as an option as a wedding photographer. So it's people like that. It could be indie shooters that are in tight spots. Sometimes you don't need a whole dual-handed support. Sometimes you just need a quick shot with a single-handed. So that's where this really comes in. And it really uses a lot of what DJI has a specialty of, which is gimbals. If you even look at our drones, the cameras on the drones use our gimbal technology. So this really makes sense.
All right, cool. Patrick, thanks so much for taking the time and showing us the S. It's really exciting. When's that sucker going to be available to buy, man?
We don't have exact dates, but looking around early Q2. So if you look on the side right here, this is where you can mount a focusing system, a dual-handed support. It'll actually come with this tripod base which unscrews, so while you're mounting and balancing, you can put it on the ground. It's very simple to set up. Exactly, yeah. Even has a motor lock function, so while the gimbal is on, you can actually adjust it if you need to do minor adjustments. Originally, it was where you would have to shut down the whole system, rebalance it. Yep, exactly. So what's cool about this is it uses a lot of DJI technology. So for instance, in the Osmo, there's a trigger on the Osmo that double tap it and it'll recenter. So we incorporated that into this as well. So if you double tap this, it'll recenter. Yeah. If you hold down the trigger, it'll lock in place. So you hold the frame very easily.
Wait for beeps and stuff.
Exactly, yeah. In terms of controlling the actual gimbal, we opted for a stepless joystick. And if you look at our drones, again, the RCs all use this stepless joystick motors. And it's, again, a specialty of DJI. These things will be customizable through the Ronin app. So different profiles, movements of the gimbal can all be saved and jumped between in these different setting buttons right here.
How many settings can you pre-hold?
This guy, 2. Yep.
All right, well, this is Patrick Murphy-Racing from the show floor at WPPI. Thank you, Patrick, so much for the introduction. Appreciate it, man. Thank you.